Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wendy's Corner, where, every day I'm going to sit down and give you a little bit of information. Remember, my focus is purely educational. My passion is to teach people about your options out there, whether it comes to retirement or whether it comes through life insurance, because I believe through the power of education, we can start driving change and start making a difference, not only in this generation, but for generations to come. So, with that being said, this week we're kind of talking a little bit about life insurance. A lot of questions have been coming in, and keep those coming in because I absolutely love them. This way I know that I'm, really reaching out to you guys and making sure I'm answering what is most important to you guys. That's why I'm here. So, life insurance. So, first let's start this week with what types of life insurance are available because there's a lot. Now, first of all, you've got your life insurance policies that you can get through your employer. All right, let's be real for a minute. That's not life insurance. That is an employee benefit. And why do I say that? Because, yes, if you pass away during your working years, of course, it's going to pay out to your family. But the reality of it is, if you change jobs, if you get laid off, if you get fired, your life insurance is gone. That is an employee benefit. Please make sure you understand the difference. And yes, not that I'm saying don't take advantage of it. Absolutely do. It's for pennies on the dollar. It's well worth that little extra layer. Super important. So always take advantage of that. So, what type of life insurance does people need? Well, let's understand first what kind is out there. First, there's term insurance. And there's two different types of term insurance, right? There's term insurance, the traditional kind, where if you pass away, your beneficiary is going to get a lump sum, right? About 2% of individuals actually use that type of life insurance, just so you know. Now, there's kind of the new kind of life insurance out there, and this has actually been around for a little while. It's term insurance with living benefits. 74% of people use this type of life insurance with living benefits. And why is that? Because when you are diagnosed with a critical or chronic or terminal illness, you're going to tap into your life insurance policy while you're still living. Okay. Let's give an example. I had a client, which actually over a year ago, super healthy, young, had some young kids. She just wanted to make sure she was very well protected. So we calculated up her dime number and knew that she needed about $1 million worth of coverage. And she was very comfortable with that. Wasn't very expensive. It was actually under $50 a month because she was so young and so healthy. And so we took $1 million policy out for her. Now, let's fast forward 7 months. She got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. All right, it was beginning to spread. It was fairly aggressive. No history of breast cancer in her family whatsoever. Super healthy young lady. Matter of fact, she participated a lot in local 5Ks. She's very athletic. Was not expecting this. So by having these living benefits, she was able to tap into her life insurance policy and get a check sent back to her, which she was able to use to her choosing. She didn't have to collect receipts or anything like that. She was able to use it for her mortgage, groceries. She was able to cover her medical costs. She was able to make sure that her family was protected while she was just concentrating on healing. Matter of fact, she got a 40% of her $1 million policy sent to her, a check for $400,000, and it also came tax free. Now, what does that do to her policy? Yep, that reduced her policy down to $600,000. That's how those are set up. However, she still had a pretty healthy $600,000 life insurance policy. Her house is now paid for. Her kids were well taken care of, and she's on the road to getting better. And that's why having the right type of life insurance is very important. So that's a little bit about term insurance. So you got the traditional term and term with living benefits. Make sure you find that one that is going to be appropriate for you. Now, this next topic, I'm going to dive a little bit more into the different type of whole life. All right, we'll see you soon. Talk later.